Good evening. The news headline: Nigeria at 61. Activists knock Buhari government, ask Nigerians to rise against bad leaders. The details below. According to them, there was nothing to celebrate with the daunting security challenges in the country. Human rights activists have described Nigeria's 61st Independence Day celebration at Eagle Square, Abuja, as unnecessary and a show of shame. According to them, there was nothing to celebrate with the daunting security challenges in the country. They also called on Nigerians to take their destiny into their hands and rise against the antics of oppressors who have mortgaged their future for decades. The activists disclosed this at the weekend in Abuja during a public discussion titled "Political and Economic Crisis in Nigeria: The Way Forward," which was organized by the socialists, youth, trade unions, and human rights crusaders. Speaking at the event, the publicity secretary, Movement for the Socialist Alternative (MSA), Oladimeji Macaulay, said the Independence Day celebration at the Eagle Square was ridiculous and absurd. He added that Nigeria has nothing to celebrate since the country is being held down by corrupt leaders after 61 years of independence. One of the panelists, Babatunde Oluwajo, in his presentation noted that Nigeria would not in any way get better until Nigerians come together and mobilize to fight for socialism. He added that with the current economic situation and growing menace of insecurity, Nigerians need to rise and fight to end insecurity and economic repression. He said, "It is either we fight for socialism or we continue in barbarism. We need democratically elected leaders to control the economy and manage it to meet the demands of everyone, as against the greed of the few in the corridors of power." On his part, Jaye Gaskia called on Nigerians to be ready as revolutionaries to take power from corrupt politicians through active participation in election. He also urged Nigerians to build an alternative order capable of rescuing the country from total collapse. He said, "Only a community that is democratically run is capable of ending starvation, hunger, and suffering." Also speaking at the event, Ms. Uma Odi charged Nigerians to rise and fight for gender equality in workplaces and end attack on women. She expressed concern about how less than 1% of the population had continued to control the wealth of the entire country, thereby leaving millions of Nigerians in abject poverty. She said, "It's time to build a solidarity movement to struggle for political power, because without political power, the present political and economic crisis will remain unsolved." The activists rose up to knock President Buhari and says Nigerians should rise against bad leaders. We should rise against the leaders that are behind those who are kidnapping, the abductors the banditries, those Boko Haram, that we should rise against them. We should stand together in unity, in love, peace, so that we can overcome these people, these bad leaders that are there ruling us and doing as if they are the good leaders. President Buhari, in a speech on the Independence Day, October 1, said, despite the challenges we face, most Nigerians still maintain the spirit of October 1st. That positive outlook and determination to make Nigeria a peaceful and prosperous nation. It is due to this collective attitude that Nigeria doggedly continues to remain a united and indivisible nation. It says, fellow Nigerians, the past 18 months have been some of the most difficult periods in the history of Nigeria since the Civil War. I doubt whether we have seen a period of more heightened challenges than what we have witnessed in this period. Our original priorities for 2020 were to continue stabilizing our economy following the deep recession while restoring peace in areas confronted with security challenges. But the COVID-19 pandemic and its devastating impact on all nations meant we needed to shift gears and re-strategize. Nigeria came together as one to fight against COVID-19. It is this attitude, and by the special grace of God, we continue to survive the pandemic as a nation and indeed provide leadership and example at regional and international levels. The dumb says this scenario predicted for our country never came. Even as the Delta variant continues to spread, we have built the capacity we need to respond now and into the future. I would therefore appeal to Nigerians not to take COVID lightly. Adhere to public health and social measures. Put your masks on and get vaccinated. We can control this pandemic, but it requires effort on everybody's part. The investments we made in response to COVID-19 will also serve our country to tackle any further disease outbreak or pandemic. Despite the global inequity in access to vaccines, the government of Nigeria has continued to explore all available options to ensure Nigerians have free access to safe and effective vaccines.